City Festival
Improvisation.
Festival. Yes,
It's the Improv Festival.
Yes, but I am Richard Burton.
And I'm Elizabeth Taylor.
I'm feeling better. Yes, you see, this summer we are going to be filming a new film based on the hit play by Mr. Edward Albee entitled Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Yes, yes. It's a spectacular picture by Universal Pictures. It's going to be directed by Mr. Mike Nichols and featuring Miss Sandy Dennis.
And that gentleman.
George Siegel.
George Siegel, yes.
Now, you see, I thought, well...
It was my idea, actually. I just said, why don't you just go find a space in New York City and do the play?
Yes, well, you see, Mr. Edward Albee thought that'd be a terrible idea. He told us we could not just find a place in New York City and do the play. But he has no say in whether or not we improvise the play. But Miss Dennis and Mr. Siegel thought this was a terrible idea.
They hated it.
They hated it. But just the same, Liz and I are going to improvise.
We're going to do a solo.
So, very first thing we're going to need, to prove that we are improvising, we're going to need a suggestion of something that an ordinary married couple might have.
Like a son.
Like a son. But this particular married couple does not, in fact, have a papaya.
A papaya?
Yes, a papaya.
Mexico, baby.
Every single married couple I know has a surfeit of papayas, except for us.
Diamond shaped papayas. And just to get started, what we want to hear is the line from your favorite motion picture. It doesn't have to be from one of my films, but just your favorite line from a movie.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Keep the change, you say. Thank you so much.
You know we're having guests, George.
I think guests are.
Yes, they're here already.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Where did these guests come from?
Yes.
Hello, welcome to our...
Welcome to sit down anywhere.
Yes. It's very wearying to have guests over after one's just been at a party.
That's why they call it an after party, isn't that right?
So are you enjoying your time here at the university, are you? Yes? Right.
Hey! Keep the change, you filthy animal. Keep the change, you filthy animal. That's from something.
I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what it's from, George. You know what it's from. It's from a favorite movie of yours. Every Christmas, it's on TV.
The Ten Commandments?
I don't know anything. It's not the Ten Commandments.
Well, it's a movie I watch at Christmas.
It's obviously a gangster movie. It's not.
Oh gosh, what should you put in there, Martha?
Gin.
Yes, your favorite distinguished cocktail, straight gin, just poured into the dirty glass.
Just like the Europe, 75% made of it, baby. Anyway.
Yes.
Keep the change, you filthy animal. What's that? That's from that movie.
But the movie, It's a Wonderful Life.
No! That's the angel one.
I'm thinking of films that I watched at Christmas. I watched the Ten Commandments, It's a Wonderful Life.
When we first got together on our first Christmas, we didn't have a TV. So what we had to do, we made puppets. Don't you remember that, George?
Oh, yes.
We made puppets out of the socks his mother gave us for our wedding present. But naturally, we did a nativity scene, and we had a nice little Virgin Mary who I played.
Yes, the first, last, and only time Martha would ever play a virgin.
I played the hell out of that part.
Yes. Not any of the heaven in it, but all the hell right there in it.
So anyway,
You stuffed your hand right there into Mary, didn't you?
somebody had to get off somehow in this house. Even then, it was a challenge. Merry Christmas to me, I think not.
Yes, you see, well, Martha's father, he is the president of this university.
Daddy's got his fingers in all different pies.
Yes, well, I wouldn't call them fingers so much as claws. Little grey claws, but the very sharp ones, the kind of, they infect you whenever they touch you.
George doesn't like Daddy. He thinks that Daddy is keeping him from living his life and fulfilling his manifest destiny, but he's not going for anything. Isn't that right, George?
Yes, darling. Yes. You see, I teach in the history department.
He teaches in the history department. Notice he said that. He didn't say he is the history department. He teaches in the history department. Two totally different things.
Yes, you see, what I would like to do is to teach classics in peace. However, see, Martha's guy, there's a father with a beady little red eye. He actually has little beady red eyes, it's true. And his beady little red eyes look at you and say, oh, why haven't you advanced at all? But he's the one who actually has the power to advance me. And I'd say, well, I don't know, sir, I rightly don't know. And he says,
doesn't assert himself because he's just a flop in life. Isn't that right, George?
So, tell me a little bit about yourself, sir.
What would you like to know?
Oh, any.
You're in the math department, right?
Yes, Martha says you're in the math department.
Yes, yes.
Math department.
Absolutely. Pre-algebra.
Subject to the teaching of university math.
Math is very important, isn't it? You're very tall. How tall are you? 6'4", 6'5"?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, I like that. I'm taller than George when I wear heels, so I make sure I wear heels all the time.
Yes, you were wearing heels that one time at the beach at Corsica, weren't you, darling?
I always have to wear heels at the beach,
Yes,
of course.
Yes, well, you wouldn't think it's terribly impractical to wear heels at the beach, but no, not Martha, you see. Martha is always wearing heels because she might need to take them off in a hurry.
Use them as a weapon sometimes. That's why they call them stiletto heels, isn't it?
Yes, I'm afraid that the only weapon you've ever used against me is your continual browbeating, darling.
You friggin' love it, baby.
So you see, this one time, Martha and I were having a holiday in Corsica, you see, and she found this gentleman, not too much larger than yourself. I don't think there are many gentlemen much larger.
He looked like Zeus, let's put it quite frankly. What you think of Zeus when you go to the museum and you look at a vase of two men fornicating? That's what he looked like.
Yes, two men fornicating. That's Martha's very favorite piece of art. Two men fornicating. But you see, sir, on this beach in Corsica, one moment I was reading my newspaper, I looked up and Martha was gone. And so was this gentleman. And it turns out I'd read the entire financial section. It took me about 2.5 hours. And then Martha returned her clothes all asunder.
I had gone out to Mount Olympus. And I was given a banquet of delights that I could never have achieved in this earthly paradise with my darling husband, George. Isn't that right?
Yes, your darling husband, George. Just sitting there waiting lonely at the beach. Waiting.
Do you work out?
Here we go again.
Okay.
I like a man with dimples. George doesn't have dimples. Well, he does, but he's covering them up right now.
Martha doesn't have dimples so much as she has pockmarks.
That's right, I survived the plague. Not too many people did back in 1365, but I did.
Yes, you see, we've been married for what, 800
years.
Yes, we're celebrating our 800th anniversary. It's quite spectacular. So, well, I was going to ask if you were this gentleman. You were clearly with this other gentleman since he's sticking your arms around you, like, as if to hold you as one of his possessions. You don't like
Are you scared? We're all friends here. We're at the after party.
You know, they say that peeling the thing off of your Coke can is a sign of sexual frustration.
Do you want to see our kitchen? It's true. I'm going to play the kids a little song, George.
And then maybe we can find some jazz on the radio. You think we can find some jazz on the radio? Nope, apparently not. So sorry. But no jazz whatsoever.
You know those AM stations don't work so well at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Oh my god, yes, that's what you have AM stations for listening to things at 3 a.m. in the morning. That's why they call it AM.
That's not why they call it AM.
It is, darling.
AM stands for something.
Yes, it stands for...
Oh, it's working.
No, it's not working. See, that's why I put the blanket over it. It works terribly.
Yeah. That piano hasn't been...
Oh, I do hear something. I do hear something.
Is this our song, George?
You know, this game isn't terribly fun.
I like it, George. Remember, we used to dance like this all the time.
That was a long, long time ago. I think Christ wasn't born then.
I think the pyramids have just been made.
I sent you a love note in hieroglyphics. I'll never forget those words. Eagle head guy.
Osiris.
I wonder if these people would like to dance.
Oh, yeah. Come on up, I want to see how tall you really are. Oh, God!
I'm definitely going to need another drink.
Put on something faster, something we can just boogie to, you know.
We got the music, that's good enough, darling.
Come on, yeah. I'm just getting so dizzy.
You can have a seat now. Please have a seat. Unless turn this dance thing off. Unless you'd like to play the next game. The next game in our fun game. It's called Hump the Hostess. Would you like to play Hump the Well, I believe the rules are self-explanatory in the title. So you got me, yes. You sound like a gentleman who...
Don't, George.
Don't what, darling?
Make a joke out of me.
One can't help but make a joke out of something that is inherently humorous, darling. That's it, darling, you're humorous.
Oh, just like a big black file sitting in Hamlet's stomach, that kind of thing.
That's a very classical definition of humorous. Yes, but big black thing of bile. Yes, Martha, that does describe it quite adequately. Martha, my lovely big black thing of bile.
Thing about it, George,
Yes, darling.
is that it just sticks on you like tar. You'll never be able to get rid of it, baby.
Don't worry, darling. I'll die one day. Don't make any promises you're not willing to keep, darling.
I don't have anything about it. I need a new couch.
You see, I can't seem to afford one, being an associate professor.
Ah, here we go. You want me to ask Daddy for money?
I don't know, but please, whatever you do not ask Daddy for
I
money.
can ask Daddy for money.
I don't want your daddy. I don't want your daddy for money!
There you go.
I'll take it up, darling.
Somebody's angry. Somebody's been triggered. Said the B word. Georgie boy's got his panties all in a bunch because somebody brought up Daddy. Who wants you to just be a man, George? Stand up for yourself. And do something with your life. Do you think this is fun? Getting drunk every weekend? Bringing these strangers home and entertaining them with our little parlor tricks? Will you be something, George. We used to go places and do things, and we don't do that anymore. And fine, call me a big black bile in your stomach or in your heart or wherever piece of your body is still alive. But I'm the only thing you've got, George.
No, darling. You're mistaken. You're not the only thing I've got. I've got the knowledge that someday Martha will end up deceased. There'll be a headstone that says Martha. And even if I don't live to see that day myself, I can at least take solace in the fact that not all evil is immortal.
I love when you're romantic, baby.
You know, these people are probably terribly famished. Why don't you get them a snack? I think I got a fruit basket.
Fruit basket?
Yes, a fruit basket.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
Yes, you see, Martha insisted on signing us up for this Fruit of the Month club. every month we get a different basket of fruit. I believe we got Fuji apples this month. I don't know what I'm going to do with 13 Fuji apples. I'm certainly not going to eat them all. Nor does some rubbish green pie.
There's nothing back there, George.
Nothing like that, huh?
No.
Really?
The basket is there, but there's nothing in there.
Really?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure there's not a papaya in there?
No, you didn't
Yes, darling, maybe I'm going to talk about papaya.
Why are you going to talk about papaya?
Yes, you see. But the month before this one, in which we got the apples, you see, we got a lovely, juicy papaya. Oh, it was quite succulent.
It was very exotic, yes, of course it was. It was my favorite fruit ever. They say it's very good for the skin, you know? You cut it up and you just put it on your skin before you go to bed. Mix it up with an egg white or something, you know, just to tighten the skin.
Yes, see, most of us would eat the papaya, but not Martha. She doesn't actually...
It's a superfruit.
She doesn't actually eat so much as just absorb the energies of those around her.
I'm afraid I have some bad news, George.
What's that, darling?
I'm afraid the papaya and all of the other fruit in the basket is gone. I've canceled the subscription.
That's not true, darling.
Oh, it is.
You can't do that to me.
It is. I was sick and tired of having to clean up all these apple cores and spitting out grape seeds.
You know, it was a wonderful subscription, darling.
No.
Every month a fruit basket comes to the door.
No, it's gone. I called them up.
That was not true.
I don't want this description anymore. Thank you. Good day.
No, it was prepaid. I only sent it to you in August, darling.
I got rid of it so that you can have it.
No. It was beautiful papaya. It had the most lovely, ruddy red skin. And when you knew it was just a peak of brightness because you could put the root on it and sniff it, it smelled sweet. And then you could peel back the outside, and then it was juicy inside. No, Dad! I'm not that Britain!
It's not gone. You were going to spill this drink on our couch.
It needs to be replaced anyway. You can't do this.
Oh, I did, George, I did.
No.
Yes, because for once, one time, I have something over you. Because I might die before you, or I might die after you, and you may never or may see my headstone that says Martha. But for one thing I will know is that I will see a headstone that says George didn't get his papa. And I will laugh.
I love the papaya so much. It was especially delicious when you cut it up with a bit of blueberry and put it on your breakfast cereal in the morning.
It's great with yogurt, I know.
Did you know that papaya is a natural meat tenderizer?
I did not know that.
It's true. It contains the enzyme papain.
I think it's time for all you kids to go. No one should ever watch a man cry.
I don't cry.
Oh, you're crying.
I don't cry.
You're crying. You're
Right.
crying.
No, I'm not crying. Yes, maybe we should go home just the same.
You know what I said when I was on the phone with the fruit guy?
What did you say, darling?
I said, keep the change, you filthy ass.